Now back to the show. This is The Law Show on CL 650.
A little celebration here on The Law Show as we head to the Red Rock Diner at noon. I'm Sterling Fox. Anna Perry and Mark Perry are the founding partners of Westside Family Law, and they insist that clients who do not follow their lawyer's advice get themselves into big trouble in their case when they believe they know the law best and ignore lawyers' advice. Anna nodding, oh, brother. Well, we watch too much law TV. That's our problem, Anna. We think we know a heck of a lot more about the law because we watched Perry Mason when we were kids, and now we watch 6 shows a week when we're grown-ups. It all gets done in 60 minutes. That's why it's just it's just so clean. And we're talking child support issues here, high conflict matters in family law, a lot of the conflict boils down to money. And when we're talking about child support matters and bringing people to the table, Mark, to eventually reach a reasonable decision in the best interest of the child. I'm quoting family law here now, I hope.
Absolutely.
Correctly.
Yes.
So if the best interests of the child are to dominate the conversation at all times, why doesn't it get done faster?
Right. Well, let's talk specifically about child support.
Yes, please.
Okay, so child support is deceptively simple.
Okay.
There's child support guidelines that involves determining the income of a parent who does not have the children as much as the other parent.
Okay.
And then looking at that income, and there's a specific amount of child support that should be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the simple part. The deceptive part, and what we end up being very involved in, is what is the income? So if someone is an employee of a large company and they simply have a T4 at the end of the year and a tax return, it's quite straightforward.
Yeah.
If that person owns the business and pays themselves a salary, they, as the owner of the business, have the ability to adjust their income.
Sure.
If they have other sources of income, they can defer, they can hide. That's one of the issues that we have to address on a regular basis.
So
what is the income?
So, Anna, a disclosure, even to get both parties to sit down and fully disclose all of their financials, is the only way to get the deal done. But it sounds like a root canal could be easier in some cases than to get some people to fully disclose their finances. Are there penalties in law for fudging or lying on your disclosure statements at divorce court?
That's an interesting question. I'd say if you're caught, there can be. Certainly the legislation contains some penalties, but they're seldom levied. People can come up with so many excuses for not disclosing. And I think that one of the problems we face is that in court, non-disclosure is taken very seriously, but at the end of the day, it's more of a wrist slap. The impact on the other party is considerable. If they don't discover that there has been a non-disclosure at the time of the order, they may discover it later. And so the end result of that can be retribution in a way, because you can reopen the court order for non-disclosure. So the party who doesn't disclose can be caught out, either before the fact and penalized to some extent. But if the good news is if they're not caught till later, you can reopen the order and have retroactive support, everything also readjusted, because that's one of the primary reasons for reopening an order or a separation agreement.
And Mark, part of that, as we've already discussed, is the fact that in the lives of children, circumstances change. So the decision taken to supply this much money and under these circumstances, and he or she will live here 4 or 5 years down the road, may necessitate a complete rewrite.
Absolutely, right.
But
just to follow up what Anna said, in a trial that I was doing in April of this year, a person had disclosed his income and swore it to be true.
Okay.
And I had required the person to disclose bank account statements. They were self-employed, And they, on the stand, when I was cross-examining them, doing my job,
Sure.
I had them agreeing that their sworn statement was untrue.
Oh,
So from there, it was a matter of moving towards having the judge find they had misled the court, and there was fines. They were fined for that, as well as every other part of my case was enhanced by their misleading the court.
so again, Anna, right back to the opening statement of this segment. Somebody ignored the advice of their lawyer and decided they knew better, and decided, oh, I'll just not bother filling in that little form. And so there can be quite serious consequences to non-disclosure.
Oh, yes. Yes, and quite serious consequences to ignoring your lawyer's advice.
All right. We have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we're fresh out of time. Looking forward to an opportunity to resume this conversation. There's so much left to discuss, but I really do appreciate the opportunity to learn from both of you about a lot of issues surrounding family law. It's pretty complicated stuff, and it's lovely to have the two of you take the time to come out and help us sort through it all. Mark Perry, Anna Perry, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Westside Family Law is probably the best place to go check out all we've been talking about. It's on the website, westsidefamilylaw.ca. For Mark and Anna and Dwayne, I'm Sterling Fox. See you next time, right here on The Law Show.